Folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. As always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've been flawless all year long as they hit the home stretch at 13-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Atlanta takes the field. Their offensive leader, of course, Matt Ryan, the former Boston College Eagle.
Just 3 weeks of games left in the NFL regular season. What's it going to take for him to win the MVP? What's it going to take?
Whatever it is.
Things of that nature, he has to have at least one significant play that we'll talk about all next week. That'll really give him a higher profile.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The numbers for Jones a week ago, well north.
I love his versatility. I love his route running. Ran the entire route tree. They hit him on deep shots, quick hitters, balls over the middle, balls to the sideline. He was everywhere.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Now Ryan on 1st down. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. He's going to take off. And oh, he caught it out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And a loose football, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
brought down.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It's a gain of
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
23-yard line.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
5-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Taking it about the 16. 56 yards the punt that time. 12 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Evans once again the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic.
28-30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Cowboy now on 1st down. He'll drop to throw it. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for enough. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
No gain on
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. A slant to Jones. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run forward with Smith. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. A give to Smith out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he will not be able to hang on got through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Intercepted by the Falcons.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
To Christian.
17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
And the Falcon 1st down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan, great solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Nothing.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie. Yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just want to run past them.
The Falcons defense gearing up as they take the field. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Airing this one out for Evans. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
1st and 10.
Now 1st and 10 at the 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Third and 2, now Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 95 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
So you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Ryan. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Oh, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. That's complete to Smith. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in. Because
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Zerline to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From the 6. And he returns this to the 22.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Lions pass. Intended for Hayden.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw again. Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Gain of 7.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing again. Ryan. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
College coach right now, he always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Ryan. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
For Julio Jones.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Yards to go.
Operating from the gun. Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
Falcons.
On first down, Ryan. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. Second and 10 now. Ryan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion. Again, Ryan enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
3 yards.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just...
Their own 20-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because The way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know, it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys add on.
Point conversion.
This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The left side completion to Jones. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Atlanta.
A first down carry for Smith. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan, short throw underneath to Hurst. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Falcons on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
Ryan's pass.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
That keeps the score Cowboys.
It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. I'll guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the whole...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on.
Point conversion.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
They tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards, obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, you know, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
On the draw, this is Smith. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll begin with a handoff to Smith. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
28-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4. Ryan, and he gets this one to Ridley, complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Ryan's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. They've sort of epitomized balance. I mean, he's thrown the ball pretty well. They've run the ball well. Got to be pretty happy over on that sideline.
Takes a lot of pressure off, doesn't it? As much as those guys back there want to throw the ball.
He's got a man complete. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, I think it's back to the drawing board, or should I say in today's game, the Surface tablet after this drive. 3 plays, they go backwards. It will look like they've gotten something going right there, but they'll have to punt the football away to end this one.
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Their own 29-yard line.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown.
Under pressure, and down he goes. And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
21-yard line.
Airing this one out for Evans. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Smith. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And his throw here is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Well, from midfield now, here's Ryan. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've
got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
To throw again on second down. Ryan is going to have the hook up to Gage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Here we go, D, get on the field. 35's the Mike.
Ryan will throw again. And it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Ryan. Smith catches left side. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
35's the Mike. No gain on this defense, no gain. Mike 35.
To throw again is Ryan. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, center.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come on, come up to 6.
A lot of points. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
Ryan's pass.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the sack pushes them back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
Formation for the Falcons.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill's thrown a touchdown there. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Christian McCaffrey has a touchdown there. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
Used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
And this is going to be caught. We're not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it. They can extend this lead out even further.
Personally, I'd rather see them kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
15-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Hey, bro, get some after my game.
After the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now with Smith.
Mac, I'm gonna get. Come here.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15.
I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna get some more food. Hey, bro, get some more food. Hey, bro, get some more food in it as I'm over the game.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 43-yard line.
Mike 35, Mike 35.
To throw is Ryan. Firing quickly here. That's midfield at the 49. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down.
You're not getting my goal line. Not getting to my defense line.
Nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss.
You're not getting my defense line.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan going for his running back. He's got it complete.
What you do?
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Smith.
I told you, get to my defense line.
34.
I go tell you again, you're not getting my defense line.
They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
3rd down.
I'm watching I say get my defense line.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted.
Give me that.
Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Dietrich Wise able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone.
TD touchdown. Every play.
Big play there. 87 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think.
No, not today.
But number 4's kind of like,
No, not today. You're not getting money for the line.
What's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now?
Never.
Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass
Make them
and
understand.
turn it into a long game. Or make
Make
people
them
miss
understand.
downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And here's Hoff-Richter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 57-yard punt, 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now come the Cowboys. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Airing this one out for Evans. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play here for the Cowboys. 55 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Move out the way.
The receiver, and he's brought down.
The quarterback.
Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception,
You're not getting the different line. You
coach
understand?
believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through
They're
it.
not. You're running
Because
back to get
otherwise, you need to
ball.
get him out and fight another day
No.
because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing
They
interceptions.
said no. That man said no.
Again, it's
He said no.
for a second straight
He said
play,
no.
that
You're not
Cowboy
getting through there.
defense gets him to the ground.
He said not get through there.
Scrimmage. Just a loss of a
He
yard
said
there,
no.
but it's not going to help. Now
That's
they
what he
face
mean,
a
no.
3rd and 14.
I get through there.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up
He
points.
said no.
Throw
Y'all
left
get
side
through
complete.
this.
Brad Smith.
He said
That
no.
one
Man
good
said
for
no.
only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that,
The man
I
said
can clip
no.
and save
That
and show
mean that's
them
what he said
you
no.
have to tackle well
So
if you want to be a
that's
good
wrong.
defense.
At their
The
own
man said no.
20-yard line.
The man
The
said no.
Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already.
There he goes, right side. And he is into
said,
the end
he's
zone
getting in there
for a
every
Cowboy
time.
touchdown.
They get something. They get something. They get home,
Great
coach.
play there.
They get home, coach.
80-yard touchdown.
They get
And
home,
the
coach.
Cowboys add on. Now, you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I
They
have
get
seen
home,
together.
coach.
This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here
They get
with me.
home,
We
coach.
are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense.
They get home,
starts
coach.
out coaches screaming, tackle him,
They
get
get
him.
home.
And after that last touchdown,
They
there's
get home,
pure
coach.
silence on that side of the ball. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith.
Oh, they get
And they see
home.
right
They get
through
home,
that
coach.
defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 14-yard
They can't do all
line,
these
2nd and 11.
little.
They'll run it again with Smith. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players averaging football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
That good for 19 and a 1st down. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
Gonna throw deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
The pass.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of the time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I can go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The 14-yard line.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Second and 9 now. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Take it home, coach.
A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Second and 5 now. Ryan caught on the right side by Jones. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And this offense is running away with this one. The Cowboys now will once again. How many times he's been in the end zone? This is just flat unbelievable.
Old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A throw over the middle, taken in. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
35 to 9. Come on.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Quarterback taken down.
Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
That's good.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 39 yards there, a big one. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Hang on TV. Hang on TV.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Don't let me out. Come on, 7. Don't let me out, please.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10 once again from the 28. To throw again. Ryan. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Now Ryan on first down.
Hell no.
A very quick pass to Ridley. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
They call roughing the pass. Ain't a roughing the passer.
His second touchdown on the season.
Roughing the passer. Ain't a roughing the passer.
And that touchdown.
Make it stop. 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 You log in? No. Turn the control. I'm alive. Turn the control. I'm on the ear. I'm on the ear. Turn the controller off. The controller off. Turn the controller off. I'm on the ear. You know, turn the controller off. That's what you. I'm alive. I'm on the ear. Turn the controller off. I'm on the ear. Turn it off. I'm on the ear. Turn it off. Key.
He puts a dent in this lead, and unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah, college, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You just tried to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far. After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Airing this one out for Evans. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he'll take this across. to 45. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2 at the Cowboys' 36-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Falcon first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, Atlanta.
On 1st down, Smith. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
The Atlanta ball carrier.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here we go. 35.
From the shotgun, Ryan to the end zone, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Ryan. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Complete.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Atlanta.
From the gun, Ryan toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Throwing again, Ryan to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball. And he will take it in for a Falcons touchdown. Ito Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons are able to make things a bit more respectable.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the... 26-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And this team just continues to win football games. They're well on their way to another victory here. And that 16-0 season starting to come into focus. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Airing this one out for Evans. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. And that one needed a little time to develop because he started blitz coming and down he goes.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurting this month. No, okay.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would... carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Ball defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on second down. Ryan, they'll set up the screen to Smith. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
From the gun on third down. Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 15. And he spins past him and into space. A great return there of 22 yards.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Airing this one out for. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. With touchdown number 23 here on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So now, yet again, the Cowboys are going to line up here to go for 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. A slant to Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver, receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
When you start at your own 20, oftentimes defenses play you for the run. They stack the line of scrimmage. They decided, let's not run into that mess. Let's get outside, get to the perimeter, go high, wide, and handsome, and throw that bad boy downfield.
Beautiful ball, good catch, and then it was off to the races, one play, and in the end zone. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Atlanta now coming out on the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. On first down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
From the gun, Ryan. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Airing this one out for Evans. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Incomplete in the end.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Airing this one. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys add on. And Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
There we go now as they will again try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. To throw on 3rd down, Ryan, and that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll look to set up his blockers. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
36-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. And for them, this train, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Throwing on 1st down, Ryan, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
At the 25-yard line.
To throw again, Ryan, looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
intended for Julio Jones.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And he fields it cleanly. A good return there, 17 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we...
To the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What? That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he'll just take a seat. The drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, be honest, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Pick up a 6. Brings up
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He finds his man, complete. That's Jones. 11 yards there, first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. That's complete to Smith. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard.